Hello. Today we got interesting one. Today we'll be talking about the latest update and kind of what content it actually adds to the game and other stuff. So first thing, we have the refresh of Division stores. So it's our Division store now. We have these first four packs are the same for Legendary. These two packs have changed slightly. This pack used to be a tier blessing chest, and I believe it was 10 rune section chests. Now it's S tier, but the S tier's interesting. It is a solid stat. There looks like their blessing chest they're going for solid stats at the moment. Get a gem chest. Pets go all the way up to fox, so no unicorn or griffin. This has no specific pet artifact and it has the usual echoes. In packs that got released, then this pack got added. They've updated the rift packs, so they got better heroes. Now we have Morcus, Pane, Sutra, Mavel, Diane, Blaze, Elise, Reyna, Kalania. We'll come back to that one. Bobaran, Terrell, Hogarth, Hania, and then this Echo one, which is all echoes up till Volusia. That's actually pretty good. So it already has that Echo in. A tier, solid stats again. You get this one, and then this is solid stat also. So let's go back to this one. So for me, this sets a precedent then, having a limited for 50. It shows over two things. It shows that they agree that Little Jack is no longer a limited quote unquote character, or it shows they're implementing ways to add the old limited heroes but for cheaper and the standard cost of 100. Either which, if it's either of them, that's good. It means they are learning. It means that there's so many limiteds in the game now. They need to add cheaper ways to get the old limiteds, which are no longer as usable in the current meta, which is good. There's one more thing I wanted to show you in shot. So period packs, we now have new ones. So this one's the same. Weekly, we now get a runestone selection chest. It is only 5. It's basically half of what you would get for the thing, and it does only go up to 10. And then monthly you get 2, which also goes up to 10. This has been added in, this was added in last week, so only up to Phoenix. And same, only up to Phoenix. Then we have 2 new additions. First addition is the Planar Rifts. We now go up to 840. For me, the rewards are very meager. So it's basically, there's no real improvement for rewards, but the difficulty is horrendous. And then you only get 9 of these new soul lanterns at the very end. So like, for me, I don't feel the difficulty is worth it. It's you see only 4 people have cleared past 720, and only one person's passed the first boss after 720. So soul, everyone's still stuck at 595. There's no improvement there. So I feel, yes, it's nice adding extra sections, but there needs to be some sort of compromise with the lower sections to enable people to actually get to these new sections. Because at the moment, I don't think anyone's going to clear this within 3-4 months. Like if we look at this, I I don't bother with this anymore, to be honest. We've still no one is cleared, so we have people cleared 10. One person's cleared 11. One person's cleared 12. Week. No one's even on to 13. on cleared 4 to 13. Like, so it just stops yet again. 7 Segas then. So this is the main thing for today's video. We look at people's scores. So we go to 6, we have 4 billion, and then we go to 48 mil. The main problem with if we look at this, the main problem with it is the addition of an additional requirement for the for it to work. So if we go through all the skills, I have made a little synopsis of what each boss does, and I will read through them. Actually, I'll do that. I'll read through the boss and just say, because it'll be easier for me. So let me find where I wrote it. Okay, so we have, maybe easier for me to do this way. So I'll just go through them on this order. So Moxie, all what's happened to her now is you need 3 poison heroes with removal, and you need 1 hero or pet, sometimes they're pets, but inflicts critical damage down. So what is that for? The removal is for the Fox Shield. So each time she casts Fox, Incarnation of Fox, grants her power of the Fox, increased damage dealt by an addition against 4 layers when casting Incarnate of the Fox. When under power of the Fox. So you have to remove power of the Fox to get rid of this part. That's fine, that's in the normal kit. Now the next part is self gains 3 layers of Fox Shield. Every layer of Fox Shield reduces damage taken by Moxie by 33%. Fox Shield can be removed, but only 1 layer of Fox Shield will be removed by each enemy before Moxie casts Incarnate of Fox. What that means is you need at least 3 heroes that do removal for poison. And then the next part is down here, so crit damage down. So when the hero dies, they get attack, defense, affect hit, effect res. Now if they crit damage down, they only get 20% attack and defense. The effect res and hit is not changed, but they get less attack and defense increase. So basically it allows you to do more damage to the boss, because the boss won't kill you as much. Now if we go to teams, if we just filter out removal, poison, we have 1 hero. That means for Moxie, until we get 2 more removal poison heroes, you are only going to be able to do 33% damage to the boss. Your damage is only going to be 33% of what it normally is. Burn. Burn has a pretty much identical mechanic. All this is the same. This bit is new. If there are fewer than 3 enemy, oh no, that's sorry, this bit. If it's sword deterrent on all enemies, for every 1 enemy of sword deterrent exists, reduce losses damage taken by 20%. Will be removed after the owner launches basic attacks or active skills to pursue an attack once. So basic or active skills to pursue an attack. And then same thing down here, but now you need cold 2 instead of critical damage. Let's go look. Burn, pursue an attack. Burn. We do have 7 heroes, so we can do this one. I would recommend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll show you my recommended teams at the end actually before I go for it. Oh, what I will point out though here, you see the new tags. So there is now 1 additional tag. Next hero is internal injury has an interesting addition to it. So this is the same. Now, Inflicts immortal deterrence on all enemies and reduce damage dealt by targets with immortal deterrence by 2 and Naru by 90%. For every one enemy of immortal deterrence exists, reduce and removes damage taken by 20%. So you doing 90% less damage, you're taking 100% less damage, so you're doing 0 damage. However, immortal deterrence will be removed after you launches basic attacks or active skills to attack once. When enemy casts active skills to When any enemy casts active skills to counterattack and deals critical damage, remove explosive Fula owned by all enemies. What's explosive Fula? Oh, is this? Okay, we'll come back to that in a sec. Increase damage dealt to enemy by 300%. So, explosive Fula. When explosive Fula on enemy explosive Fula. So there's actually no need. So this actually has two different mechanics. This has a mechanic of one, you need pursue an attack, and two, you need Felucia basically. So we go build teams. We're looking at internal injury, pursue an attack. There are 3 heroes. What have I built for this one? I built this. So what I would change here potentially. Sorry, it's not that. Yeah, so it's there. These are the 3 heroes what are useful. What am I doing? Nazir. So Nazir's requires 5 different heroes with pursuing attack. So here, for every one enemy magic fire, reduce damage taken will be reduced with the pursuing attack. And here you need attack down 2. Charger. Charger has can be removed by only 1 layer will be removed by each enemy before Charger casts. Sun Wukong. Attribute Steel Tag. 5 of them. Xiongming, Stealth. There's So, all in all, I will show you which characters are usable for their boss, and I will reiterate how many you need. So, Poison. You need 3 removal and critical damage down. We have 1 removal and we have critical damage down. So, Poison needs 2 more removal. Burn is the only tag that has everything that satisfies. We have 5 pursuing attack heroes, so Burn is fine. HP Firm, we have 4 pursuing attack heroes. We're missing 1 hero. Internal injury, we have 3 pursuing attack. We have the internal crit damage, so we're missing two pursuing attack heroes. DD, we're missing 2 removal. However, I'm not sure how Lydia's ability works with this because Lydia removes or steals debuffs, so I'm not sure how that interaction will work for DD. If that interaction works, how if he attacks, they steal the buff from him, then Lydia will be amazing for this. If it doesn't, then we need 2 more DD heroes with removal. Bleed, we need 5 attributes still. There are only 4 with the bleed tag. If you notice, resonance, there is no one. There is not a single resonance hero. Not a single resonance hero. If we go resonance and here, stealth. Not a single resonance stealth hero. So, what can I assume from this? I imagine there could be the new mythic hero could be a resonance stealth hero. That would make a lot of sense. That would fill in, add into the basically fill the void. There could not be though. So there are a lot of positions that now need filling to be able to complete this content. What does this content get you when you finish? Well, 50 of these. So you basically get breakthrough 2, breakthrough 4, breakthrough 5, 50 more to get to breakthrough 6, breakthrough 7, 100 more to get to breakthrough 8. So it's not enough to get a full breakthrough 1 to 8. I feel it should be, and they should give you 150 of each. And then these only go up to Kratos. And Kratos, since Kratos' release, we have had since Kratos' release, we have had 1, 2, 3, 4 heroes. So we've had Vasil, Kalania, Jubia, and we've had Felucia. So there are 4 echoes missing from it. I don't include Bill because Bill was still on the miracle list, and I would not expect that to be added on. So final comments. I would say they're a step in the right direction, but in my opinion, you have goalposts, and what they've done is they've kicked the ball out of the park. They, in my opinion, they have not scored a goal. I feel these updates will go down very negatively in the community. I don't think they will be positively received. The main reason why the boss has 10 billion health. In Legendary, we are a fifth of that health. And honestly, I don't see any way to get any closer. So I have to remove either 1 or 2. So I guess we remove Malmelo and we put her in. Because she has, I honestly have no idea what Adelina does. I will try it. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to let it run on auto. Right, that's in mind. This is test, so what I do, I'll redo it, but I want my VL to, you know what? Because I don't know what Adelina, or how to do her kit. I'm just going to do this. And this should have it done correctly, I believe. Nope. Never mind. My Mavel is not fast enough now to go before the stage 7. It was before the stage 6, but let's just swap it around. Let's actually see the speed of this. It is 2650. Okay. So you need your Mavels to be higher than 2650 now if you want to do it a different way. So if we look at our heroes, this debuff here, reduce damage dealt, you have to do a pursuing attack. So we've seen we've had 1, 2, 3 pursuing attacks already. We've barely done any damage. Still doing very little damage. One damage. Like, terrible. minute like we get them off. As you see, like with some top tier heroes here and barely any damage because this mechanic is so punishing. Like to be in perspective, for you to be able to keep up with the damage on him, you need your if you have 0 turn meter engine on your team, you need your best DPS to be slowest, but still faster than the hero. So you need your best DPS to be around 2,651 if you want to do good damage. Your fastest, your other heroes of the pursuing attack tag to be faster than Nazir and faster than your best DPS. So your best DPS's damage is never restricted. Well, it was only restricted by max 80. Like we did 0 damage there. Like look at the damage, terrible. So there, for me, there is. We look at tomorrow's boss, DD. Used to get around 20 bill with that. I'll see how much I get tomorrow, but I highly doubt it'll be 20 bill as I only have 3 heroes that can do the actual boss. Them adding in a punishing. It's not even a good mechanic. It is a very badly thought out implemented mechanic that basically requires pursuing attack heroes, requires heroes off a particular tag, off a particular tag. So not only do you need HP burn, you need to be HP burn pursuing attack. Not only do you need remove, you need to be remove and poison. Like there is a lot of. They picked very limited tags, and they picked. If we look at them, remove, legendary, mythic. There are. Who's actually usable here? I guess Brunhilde is usable for DD removal, but you don't really want to use Brunhilde. Maybe Greta could be good. Who knows? But removal, so we're only looking at poison. 1. Direct damage. Couple. There's a lot, but who's actually usable? Who's usable and meets all the requirements? Stealth resonance. None. If we look at pursuing attack, a lot of pursuing attack. Internal injury. So internal injury has a full team here. We're looking at Luby, Jubia, and Bill. So that is actually a full team, and they're all new, very new heroes. If we look at Burn, all team were. We know HP Burn doesn't. If we look at now, attribute still bleed. Only 4 characters. A lot of the tags are missing a lot of key amount of heroes. And I feel some of the tags were picked purely because okay, they're missing these heroes. What we can do is we can bring out a new hero that does this exact role, and then people are going to get it so they can actually do this content. That's I have that 100% belief. Yes, you're a business at the end of the day, but you're also meant to be giving a good customer experience and a good what's the word? A good you're meant to have good relations. Good relations for me is you release content that is doable by a very small amount of people, and for other people to do it, they have to invest more. This is doable by 0 amount of people because there are not the characters in the game. If you release content, at least make sure the characters are in the game to be able to clear the content. Or at the very least, you do it so that you can have 4 out of 5 characters and your scores nearly finish it. So you need to see that one thing to edge you over. Not have a thing where you go from doing around 10, 15 bill on a boss to doing 1 billion on a boss. That is just demotivating and it's going to push people away. It is going to push people away. Last thing then I have to say is championship wise, you're no doubt we did very well against Ntucko. 13-12. For me, it came down to there was a battle. Came down to no, we won that. Which one did it come down to? Yeah, it came down to this. Came down to his Lance team getting 2 wins. Lance won there. I think if I went Wukong here instead of Lydia, so if I went Wukong sort of these 2 rounds, I may have won. Because this team gonna get a single win. So I think if I sort them around, I would have won this battle because I wouldn't have died to these guys. But in the end, it happens. I made that move because I thought that I would do better with Lydia. We didn't. Anyway, have a good rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next one. Ciao.